Welcome back, YouTube family. This is the SUBZERU vlogs, back with another video just for all of y'all. As y'all can see, I'm out here with the Subi. We got another special video for all of y'all. This is gonna be talking about the 5 reasons why you all should upgrade and get an STI and not get a Subaru WRX. I made a previous video talking about the Subaru WRX versus the STI, but this video, from a WRX's owner's perspective, I'm gonna let you all know exactly why you should not get the WRX and why you should get the STI instead. If you're unfamiliar with my channel or my car, this is a 2015 Subaru WRX. I know it has the wings, so a lot of people might think it's an STI, but it is a WRX. I have had my Subaru WRX for 2.5 years, so through my expertise and my experience of having the car and knowing about the STIs and having friends and being with the STI and understanding the platform, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly why I think you should bypass the WRX and get an STI. If y'all like the video, hit the like button. If y'all follow the journey, hit the subscribe button. And like I always keep saying, guys, go after your dreams and make them reality. Everyone have a great day, a blessed day. Hope you enjoy the video. Let's get to it. Peace. So the number one reason that you're gonna want to definitely get an STI over a WRX is because of the build potential long term they're gonna have on the STI and not the WRX. So this is my Subaru WRX 2015. I am full bolt-on. I have a cob intake, a parent charge pipe, grim speed top mount intercooler, parent headers, TGV and EGR deletes. I have an EBCS from Grimspeed. I got a Cobb J-pipe and a Tomei catback exhaust, and also am on E85. Even though I have all those parts and I'm on full 85, I don't really use full 85 much because I get to 400 horsepower. And these cars, once you get to 400, the connecting rods are very, very weak. You know, anywhere between 350 to 400. They can definitely go on you, so you don't want to do too many low end pulls for sure. I'm sitting at about 350 to 400 horsepower depending on how much E85 that I put on my car to the wheels. However, that's as much as I can go because of the connecting rods, because of just how weak the pistons are and the overall build is of the car. You know, the connecting rods can go, which can cause a whole lot of issues with the engine. So these cars, just as far as big power, you're not going to be able to get that with the Subaru WRX. Yes, an STI can get rod knock and have issues in the engine. However, an STI is definitely going to have way bigger power, opportunity, and potential than a WRX. You can only, you know, get so much power in the WRX before you have to fully build everything, and to fully build everything, that's another $10,000–$15,000. So if you're going for big power, anything over 400 horsepower, or want to put a big turbo in, or overall want to have a better chance of having a bigger build, an STI is definitely where you're going to want to start. Alright y'all, and the second reason that you're going to want to get an STI over WRX is 100% performance ability. We're talking about going to the track, autocross, driver feel, response, etc. Driver feel and responsiveness, from the steering wheel to the car to overall how the car feels and rides. The WRX in comparison to the STI is definitely more sluggish. You don't really notice it unless you get into an STI. When you're in an STI, you can definitely tell, you know, when you turn, when you move, when you engage the car, it just feels engaging. It feels like there's no lag as far as when you turn the steering wheel or when you're driving the car, you really feel the road a lot better. You feel the connection of yourself making the moves, and you feel the connection of the car and yourself while you're operating the vehicle. Out of the box, an STI absolutely blows the WRX out of the water. We're going to get into the components why, but overall, if you plan on autocrossing your car, you know, tracking your car, or taking it to any type of racing event or environment, an STI is a car that you're going to want to have. The price you're going to have to pay just to simply get a WRX to be even half as good as an STI on a track or racing environment is going to cost so much more money that it makes sense to just get the STI up front. The number 3 reason why you're going to want to get an STI over a WRX is mainly because of the brakes. Now the brakes, if y'all don't already know, the brakes on the WRX, they're okay. I mean, you can do brake swaps, you can do pad swaps, but WRX brakes nowhere in comparison to how amazing the STI brakes are. The STI brakes, you stop instantly. They are track prepared, straight out the box brakes. Now they are like $6,000 to $7,000. So if you get a WRX and you want to upgrade to STI brakes, that's just $6,000 to $7,000 right there alone. So you might as well get the STI instead of just getting a WRX and putting STI parts on there, because it's going to be way more expensive doing it that way. I know a lot of people think that brakes don't really make that big of a difference in the car, but if you track or autocross your car, brakes can be anywhere from 2 to 3 seconds alone per lap just off of brakes, maybe even more depending on how you're driving the car. So number 3 reason why you want to definitely get an STI over a WRX is because of the brakes. Alright y'all, the number 4 reason why you're going to want to get an STI over a WRX is because of the transmission. Now this is probably the one component on a WRX that is the most swapped piece as far as mechanically that people put in their WRX from an STI. The STI transmission is way more beefier, can handle much more, and overall can handle way more abuse. The STI transmission is basically bulletproof. That thing is a tank. That thing is like how I felt about LS engines in the Corvette. You get an STI transmission in your car and you know you're gonna have a transmission for a very long time that can handle a lot of power, a lot of abuse, and a lot of wear and tear, but most importantly, will shift great, feel great, and does not lag and is very, very good. The Subaru WRX transmission compared to the STI transmission is just so bad because it is so laggy. If you've seen or heard about WRXs, you might have heard about rev hang, and just overall how sluggish it is going from first, second to third gear. Yes, these Subaru WRX transmissions get the job done, but they're not performance oriented. They definitely have a lot to be desired, and the STI transmission is going to do so much more for you. So much more for you. Literally, a Subaru WRX STI transmission and brakes alone are going to be so much more and worth it as far as performances go for this car, and those both alone are going to be well over 10 grand. You're looking at probably 12 grand to swap brakes and transmission. The STI doesn't even cost $12,000 more than the WRX. It just doesn't. So it makes no sense in buying the WRX just to try and swap 2 parts when so much more of the car is that much better. So the number 4 reason why you're going to want to get an STI over a WRX is because of the transmission in the car. And lastly, the number 5 reason why you're going to want to get an STI over a WRX is because of the limited slip differential that's in the STI. Unlike other all-wheel drive systems out there, Subaru STI integrates its transfer case into the transmission as opposed to a front wheel bias. So the use of a limited slip differential, the LSD, is very key as it combines the benefits of open and lock differentials. So the benefits of the Subaru WRX STI getting the DCCD over just having an LSD or limited slip differential is basically that this allows mechanically limited slip differential to have quick response and activate just prior to the electronic limited slip differential. The Subaru WRX STI DCCD all-wheel drive system has 3 automatic modes. Auto provides optimal performance for all conditions. The Auto active sport setting shifts the torque bias to the rear and also opens the center limited slip differential, which improves steering feel for performance driving on the track. So this is how the STI gets that much better of response and driving feel like I talked about earlier in the video. Overall, I'm not going to go into a full detailed list as to why this limited slip differential is that much better and enhances the experience of the Subaru WRX STI much better than just the base model Subaru WRX. However, this is just going to further enhance the notion that you should just get a Subaru WRX STI at the beginning and the first place over getting a Subaru WRX. So the number 5 reason why you're going to want to get an STI over my WRX or any WRX is because of the limited slip diff that you're going to get in the STI. So those are the 5 reasons why y'all need to get an STI over a WRX. I hope this video was able to help a few of you who might be on the fence of buying either a WRX or an STI. I love my WRX actually. I really love my build. I have a lot of special things coming, so stay tuned to it. The next video I got coming after this video is actually 5 reasons why you should get a WRX over an STI. I hope you guys like this video. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to follow the journey, hit the subscribe button. Like I always said, guys, keep going after your right dreams in life and make them a reality. I hope everyone's safe and praying for everybody. Everyone have a blessed day. Peace. Let's get it.